In this video, I'm going to show you how to write equations of quadratics from a vertex and a point. So here it gives me a problem and it says write the equation of a quadratic that has a vertex at -1, -4 and passes through the point 2, -1. So the place to start off here is in vertex form. So we start off with y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So remember, in vertex form, the coordinates of the vertex are h and k. So I can plug those into this equation. So this gives me y equals a times x minus h is -1 squared plus -4, which is k. So let's simplify these negative signs. You get y equals a times x plus 1 squared minus 4. So now I need to find the value of a. So to do that, I'm going to use this point that's given right here, which gives me coordinates for x and y. So I'm going to plug in those x and y values into my equation. So I get -1 equals a times 2 plus 1 squared minus 4. So this gives me -1 equals a times 3 squared minus 4. So when I simplify this, I get -1 equals 9a minus 4. And now what I need to do is solve for the value of a. So I can do that by first adding 4 to both sides, which gives me 3 equals 9a. Then I divide both sides by 9, and this gives me a equals 1/3. So now what I have to do is go back and plug that into my equation. So in vertex form, my equation is y equals 1/3 x plus 1 squared minus 4. So that is done if I'm going to just stop and write my equation in vertex form. But sometimes it doesn't ask you to just write your equation in vertex form, it wants the equation in standard form. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. So we start off with our equation in vertex form, 1/3 times x plus 1 squared minus 4. And to convert this from vertex to standard form, I need to first expand out this x plus 1 squared. So I'm going to write that off to that side. So x plus 1 times x plus 1. Remember, this is x times x plus 1 plus 1 times x plus 1. So when I distribute, I get x squared plus x plus 1, which is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So this gives me y equals 1/3 times x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 4. So now I distribute that 1/3, so I get 1/3 x squared plus 2/3 x plus 1/3, and then I have that minus 4. So the last step is to combine like terms. If you notice, this 1/3 and minus 4, they're both constants, so I'm going to combine them. So I get y equals 1/3 x squared plus 2/3 x plus, and now I need to do -4 plus 1/3. Remember, I need to find a common denominator to do that, so that's going to be -12 over 3 plus 1 over 3. So that'll be plus -11 over 3. And that's how you write that equation in standard form. So depending on the form, you can either stop here at vertex form or you can convert it to standard form. So sometimes it'll ask you to write the equation from a graph, and the idea is very similar. So once again, you're going to identify the vertex. So you can see here the vertex of this is at 2, -2. So 2, -2 is going to be my h and k values. Then I'm going to pick a point so that I have an x and y values. It's helpful if you pick the zeros because it makes the problem a little bit easier to solve. So I'm going to pick this point 3, 0. And that's going to be my x and y values. So I start off with vertex form. So I have y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So that's y equals a times x minus 2 squared plus -2. So this will be y equals a times x minus 2 squared minus 2. So now I need to plug in the x and y values that I found. So I have 0 equals a times 3 minus 2 squared minus 2. So this will be 0 equals a times 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1 squared minus 2. 1 squared is just 1, so this is going to be 0 equals a minus 2. When I add 2 to both sides to solve for a, I get 2 equals a. So my equation will be y equals 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 2. And now I can expand this, and I can write this in standard form if I need to. So I have 2 times x minus 2 squared minus 2. So what I do is first I expand out that square. So I have x minus 2 times x minus 2. So that'll be x times x minus 2 minus 2 times x minus 2. So that'll be x squared minus 2x minus 2x minus 4. So that'll be x squared minus 2x plus 4. So x squared minus 4x plus 4. So now let's plug that in. So we have y equals 2 times x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 2. Let's distribute the 2, so you have 2x squared minus 8x plus 8, and then minus 2, which gives me y equals 2x squared minus 8x. I'm going to combine these two constants so I get plus 6. And that's how you write your equation in standard form.